Welcome! Today let's talk about how to use a kind of verb called modal verbs to talk about situations that you are sure about and situations that you're not too sure about. We're going to do this by using words like will, must, should, can in this video, and the next one we'll talk about a few more. Hi, I'm Ajeev. Welcome to Capshine. Capshine is a revolutionary learn it together English fluency program. With Capshine, learning English is easy, quick, fun, affordable, and effective, and we promise a whole new you in 6 months or less. So what are modal verbs? Well, these are a class of verbs that can be used to talk about possibilities or something that is probable, that is likely or unlikely to happen. So usually when we use modal verbs, we use them with the main verb, and the main verb is without any other preposition or any other changes, and we'll see what that is. This is called the base form of the verb without the infinitive. Don't get too worried about what that means right now. Let's see a few examples of modal verbs in use with the main verb. So, I will meet you tomorrow talks about probability or possibility, right? And notice this is the modal verb, and then there is the main verb meet. Notice how it's the base form. The first form of the verb meet is to meet, but it's without the infinitive, and that's what I meant by that. Similarly, Jane could not attend the seminar, the modal verb and the main verb. You should talk to your teacher. Again, modal verb and main verb, and that's what it is. Modal verbs are will, would, could, should, and when they're used along with the main verb without the preposition or any other add-ons. Great. Let's look at a few of these modal verbs and see how they're used to talk about possibilities or probabilities. Let's start with will. When do you think we use will? To convey what meaning? We use will to talk about things that we're confident will happen, right? Or we are sure this event will happen. For example, it will, the sun will return or the sun will rise in the morning. You're very sure of that, right? Or it could be something that you feel strongly about that will surely happen. For instance, India will win in the finals. So will and the verb itself in the finals. Similarly, the sun will rise tomorrow. Like I said, I will see you on your birthday. I will see you on your birthday, right? Will and see being the modal verb and the normal verb, of course. All right, so that's will, when you're sure that something is going to happen or you're certain that it will happen. What about the other ones? Before we go there, a quick word about how you will be able to increase your English fluency through Capshine. With Capshine, you get access to speaking opportunities, you get to learn and practice as a group, you get a personal coach who gives you feedback and recommendation on how you can improve, you get a monthly fluency report, and you get access to daily micro lessons where you can challenge yourself and build your core skills, and live classes through which you can get your doubts solved and get your fundamentals right. This helps you become a more confident and capable speaker. Great, let's move on. The next modal verb is must. When do we use must, you think? Think about it. Well, must is used when you're confident of something or you're sure of something happening in the present, right? You, of course, can use must to give orders, but must can also be used to talk about possibilities right now. For example, they are late, they must be stuck in traffic. You're talking about something that's happening right now. Must be, right? The next one, Peter is not picking my call, he must be taking a shower, right? Again, what's happening right now. And of course, Sheen looks sick, it must be the food he ate outside yesterday. Again, it must be the explanation for right now. So it gives explanation of something, but also talks about a possible reason for something that's happening right now. Awesome. What's the next one? It's should. Similar to must, should can be used in other contexts as well. You should do this, right? But it can also be used to talk about something that is likely or unlikely to happen. It is used when there is a good chance that something will happen, right? So notice that you've gone from you're extremely sure to it's probably the cause to a good chance. So these are slight variations, but they do change the meaning when used. He said that he was on his way. he should be here any minute. So you're not 100% sure, but you think it's the most likely explanation. You're not 100% sure. Vijay read the address many times. He should be able to recall it. Again, suggesting that it is likely, but you're not 100% sure. And that's the difference between must and will. Both of them have different meaning. What about can? This can also be used to talk about probability and possibility, but apart from or different from the previous ones, this is used to talk about whether something may or may not happen, right? That something may end up happening. So let's look at a few examples. It can be quite cold here in winter, suggesting that it is possible, it is very likely it will happen. It's not right now, but it's something that will happen at some point in the future, right? It can be quite cold here in the winter. It can take years to master English pronunciation. Again, I'm not talking about right now, but I'm talking about whether it can or cannot happen, and in this case, or whether it's how likely it is to happen. And I'm saying it is very likely that this will happen, but not necessarily right now. It will happen at some point in the future. I can bake a cake for you. Same idea. At some point in the future, it is possible for me to do it. Great, I hope you found this video informative. Make sure you check out part 2 where we talk about the other modals and how to talk about possibilities and probabilities and likelihood of things. If you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe, hit the bell notification to not miss a video like this again. And of course, don't forget to check out your 30-day free trial by going to capshine.com or downloading the app from the App Store. Thanks for watching.